Hi, I'm JoJo.
And my name is Amelia.
And we're the stage managers for today's show, Romeo and Juliet.
In case of an emergency, there's exits to the right and left in the back of the theater.
And there will be an intermission in the middle of the show. And please make sure to silence your cell phones and no flash photography, please.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
Whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, doth with their death bury the French strife.
Which, but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
A dog of the house of the Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou run'st away.
Moves me to stand. I'll take the wall of any manor made of the Montagues. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues. My naked weapon is drawn. Quarrel, I'll back thee.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I don't bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, I'm for you. I serve a man as good as you do.
No better?
Say better.
Yes, better.
You lie!
Draw if you be men.
Heart, fools! Put up your swords! You know not what you do! Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, and look upon thy death. I do but keep the... Peace. What? Draw and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
Oh, partisans! Strike! Beat them down! Down with the Capulets and down with the Montagues!
What noise is this? Bring me my longsword, ho!
Thou villain Capulet! Hold me not, let me go!
Thou shalt not serve one foot to seek a foe.
ancient quarrel knew a broach. Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
I drew to part them. In an instant came the fiery Tybalt with the sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance into my ears, cut about his head and cut the winds, who nothing hurt withal, hissed him in scorn.
And today? Right, glad I am he's not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad. So early walking did I see your son. Words to my maid, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the woods.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting like the fresh morning's dew, adding more clouds to clouds with his deep sighs.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
I'll see you where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievances are much be denied.
Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that, which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in its view should be so tyrannous and rough and proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, yet more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first created, feel I this love, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz I'd rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Such is love's transgression. Farewell, good cuz.
Soft, I will go along. And if you do leave me so, you do me wrong.
I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other where.
Tell me, in sadness, who is it that you love?
What, should I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why, no, but sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
Right fair markman, and she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, the soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you'll miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
So she hath sworn that she will live in chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how I should forget to think.
Examine other beauties.
Show me a mistress who is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note, where I may read who has passed that passing fair? Therefore, farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
So, what say you to my suit? But saying o'er what I have said before. My child is but a stranger to this world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in her pride, ere we might think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon martyr those so early made. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed within her scope of choice. Lies my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you amongst the store. One more most merry makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, sirrah. Trudge about through Verona and find those persons out whose names are written there. To them say that my house and my welcome on their pleasure stay.
I'm sent to find the persons whose names are here writ, yet I cannot find the names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. In good time.
Romeo, why art thou mad? Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented, and... Goodeen, good fellow.
God gave. Goodeen. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
Ye say honestly, rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselmi and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitruvio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Up whither?
to our house.
To whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you are not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At the same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loves, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face to some that I shall show, and I shall make you think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er met her match since first the world begun.
You saw her fair, none else being by. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love by some other maid, and she shall scant show well what now seems best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse! Where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, by my maidenhead, at 12-year-old I bade her come. What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? What Juliet?
Now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here.
What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me, thou hears our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter is of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
Well, I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now to Lammastide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Oh, even or odd, of all days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But, as I said, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Oh, 'tis since the earthquake now 11 years. for she was weaned. I shall never forget it of all days of the year upon that day, for she could have run and waddled all about. Oh, for even the day before she broke her brow. And my husband, God be with his soul, was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face, so thou wilt fall backward when thou comest to age, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wretch left crying, and said, I.
Enough of this. I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. And yet I cannot choose but laugh, to think it should leave crying and say, I warrant it had upon its brow a bump as big as a young cockerel stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, dost thou fall upon thy face, thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? Oh, it stinted and said I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace, thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I shall live to see thee married once I have my wish.
Mary! That, Mary, is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, a man, young lady. Ooh, lady, such a man.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Oh, nay, he's a flower. In faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast, read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find a light writ there with beauty's pen. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks a cover. Tell me, speak briefly, can you like a Paris's love?
All look to like if looking liking move, but I will no more endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up, you called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with him above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so, bound under love's heavy burden, do I sink.
Oh, and to sink it in, should you so burden love, Romeo? Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
Oh, if love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for the pricking, beat love down.
Come, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I had a dream tonight.
Oh, and so did I.
What was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, where they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in a shape not bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little antomies over men's noses as they sleep. Her chariot an empty hazelnut. Her wagon spokes, long spinner's legs. Her whip, cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm plucked from the lazy finger of the maid. In this shape she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and they dream of love. Or ladies' lips who straight on kisses scream, which oft near mab doth with the blisters plagues, for their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are.
Ew!
Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's throat, and he dreams of cutting foreign necks. This is the hag that maids lie on their back, presses them and learns them first to bear, making the women of good carriage. This
Peace,
is
forgive
she!
you, peace, thou talkest of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, more inconstant than the wind, which woos even now the frozen bosom of the north.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done and we shall come too late.
Well, I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with tonight's revels, and expire the despised term of a life still closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sails.
Strike drum.
On, lusty gentlemen.
Gentlemen and footed girls, this is DJ Pied Piper, hoping thou'st have a good night.
Yes, Juliet, are you with me? Rain is falling down on the sidewalk. I won't go until you come outside. Check, yes, Juliet, kill the limo. I'll keep tossing.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight? Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Seems as though she hangs upon the cheek of night as a jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. My heart loved till now, forswear its height, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. What dares the slave come hither with an antic face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? By the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I shall hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. Pay him no mind. Abears him a portly gentleman, therefore be patient. Take no note of him.
I fix when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured.
Oh.
What, good man, boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to.
Oh, why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
You are a saucy girl. Is so? Well said, my heart. You are a princox. Go. I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerly, my hearts, cheerly!
I shall withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, will turn to bitter gall.
I profane with my unworthiest hand. The holy sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth with that rough touch a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have saints not lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, good pilgrim, lips they must use in prayer.
Let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips? No trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What of her mother?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house.
Was she a Capulet? Oh, dear account. My life is my foe's debt.
Gone. The sport is at its best.
Aye, so I fear, more is my unrest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and known too late.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now from one I danced withal.
Anon, come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo!
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 Romeo! My good cousin Romeo.
On my life, I've stolen home to bed.
He ran this way and left this orchard wall. Oh, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo! Chivalrous! Madman! Passion! Lover! I conjure thee! By Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead, by her scarlet lips, by her fine foot, her straight leg, and her quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie. That, in thy likeness, thou appear to us!
Hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind as his love and best befits the dark.
Love be blind, he cannot hit its mark. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here, which means not to be found.
jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. See how she leans her hand upon her cheek? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being over my head as is a winged messenger of heaven.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never shall be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here.
Oh, with love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls. Oh, he lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed by the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden's blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will believe thee. But if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. Lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon,
I swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon which monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract here tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove to be a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. Sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I did give thee mine before thou didst request it. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. I come anon! Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. Being a night, I am afeard all this is but a dream.
3 words! Dear Romeo, good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, Send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time wilt thou perform the rite? And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. I come anon! But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee. By and by I come! To cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love like schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Romeo! What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgotten why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remembers it.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Parting is such sweet sorrow that we shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep be in thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would that I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, her help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
Now, ere the sun advance its burning eye, with dated cheer and night's dew to dry, I must upfill this austere cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers.
Good morrow.
Oh, benedicite! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or, if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been to bed tonight.
That last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
Oh, God pardon sin. What's so with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? Oh, no, I have forgot that name and that name's woe.
That's my good son. Where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me, who's by me wounded. Both our remedies within thy holy help and physics lie.
Oh, be plain, good son, and homely to thy thrift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Oh, then plainly know that my dear heart is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine. When and where and how we met and wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline that thou did love so dear so soon forsaken? Well, then I see young men's love does not truly lie in their hearts, but in thine eyes.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving people mine.
And badest me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another one out to have.
I pray thee chide me not. Her I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, go with me in one respect. I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your family's rancor into pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow. They stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's, I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he shall sure run mad.
Tybalt, old kinsman of Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
Challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer.
Alas, poor Romeo! He's already dead, wrung through the ear with love's song, the very pin of his heart cleft by the blow boy's blind butt shaft. And is he any man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What's Tybalt?
No more than a princess of cats. She fights as you sing a prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. The immortal passado, the punto reverso, the hey.
The what?
A pox on such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos, the new turners of accent.
Oh, here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Signor Romeo, bonjour. You gave us a counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give thee?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
As much to say, a case such as yours constrains a man to bow in the hams.
Meaning to courtesy.
That's most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay! I am the very pink of courtesy.
Here's goodly gear.
Peter!
Anon.
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter! To hide her face, for the fans the fair face.
God you good morrow.
God you good Eden, fair gentlewoman.
Oh, is it green?
'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out upon you. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you find him than he was when you sought him. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
We'll indict him to supper.
A bod! A bod, so hot. Come, Romeo. To your father's, with the dinner thither.
Go, I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Lady.
Scurvy knave! Pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse. One who likes to hear himself speak, and will talk more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
When to speak anything against me, I'll take him down. Oh, must you stand by too and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure?
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, my sword would have quickly been out.
Now, afore God, I'm so vexed every part of me quivers. Scurvy knave! Pray you, sir, a word. Now, as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out. Now, what she bid me say I will keep to myself. But first let me tell ye, if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Please, nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart. And I faith, I shall tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon. There at Friar Lawrence's cell she will be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, she shall be there.
Farewell. Commend me to thy mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she'd be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my love and his to me. But old folks, many faint as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh, God. She comes! Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Oh, tell me, oh, Lord, why lookest thou sad? Thou news be sad, yet tell them merrily.
Oh, I am aweary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache, what a jaunts I've had.
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak good nurse, speak!
Jesu, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Oh, can you not see that I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Let me be satisfied, is it good or bad?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. My back. My back. Oh, at the other side. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jouncing up and down.
I faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and handsome, I warrant a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
God's lady dear, henceforward do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Hie you to the cell. I must another way to fetch a rope ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you will bear the burden soon at night. Go, hie you to church, I'll to dinner.
Hie to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Oh, do thou but close our hands with holy words. Let love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent acts do have violent ends, and in their death die like fire and powder, which as the kiss consume, therefore love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift comes as tardy as too slow. Oh, here comes the lady towards my cell. Oh, so light of foot.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Oh, Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy love be heaped like mine, sweeten with this neighboring air thy breath, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
But my true love is grown to such excess, I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Oh, come, go with me, for by your leaves you two shall not stay alone, until Holy Church incorporate two in one.
Mercutio, I pray thee, let's retire. The day is hot, the capels are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape a brawl.
Thou art like one of those fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword down upon the table and says, God, give me no need of thee. And, by the operation of the second drink, draws him upon the drawer when indeed there was no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Thou? Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that is a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt tutor me from quarreling.
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple. Oh, simple.
Gentlemen, good evening.
Why,
A
my
word
head here comes
with one of you?
Oh, why might you like her not? Oh, one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you'll give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort. What? Dost thou make minstrels of us? Thou makest minstrels of us. Look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's how to make you dance. Zounds, consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place, or reason coldly with your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, so let them gaze. I will move, for no man's pleasure I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo! The love that I bear can afford. Thou art a villain. Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done to me, therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou know the meaning of my love. Hence, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt! Thou rat catcher! Will you walk?
Ooh, what wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good queen of cats. Nothing but one of your 9 lives. Will you pluck your sword from his pilcher by the ears, remind me about your ears, or it be out?
I am for you.
Good Mercutio, put thy rapier up. Draw Benvolio, beat down their weapons.
Come on, sir, your passata.
Good Mercutio, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, hold. Good Mercutio.
I'm hurt. A plague on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
Aye, A scratch. A scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
No. 'Tis not so deep as well, nor as wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Send for me tomorrow, and you will find a gray man. A plague on both your houses! Why the devil does thou come between us? I was hurt under your arm!
I toddle for the bed.
Now I to some house! Benvolio, or I shall fade. A plague on both your houses! They have made words meet of me and sadly to your houses!
Man had got his mortal hurt in my behalf. Juliet, my love hath made me effeminate, and my temper softened valor's steel.
Romeo. Romeo. Brave Mercutio. And
this day's dark fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
oh, here comes the fiery Tybalt back again.
What? Alive? In triumph and Mercutio slain? Then away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire and fury be my conduct now! Now, devil! Devil! Take that villain back which late thou gavest me! For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our head. Stay for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both, but not with him!
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, set off them hence!
Oh, this shall determine that.
Romeo. Away! Begone! The citizens are been Tybalt slain! Away! Begone! The prince will do thee death if thou art taken hence! Away! Begone! Oh, unfortunate fool! Why dost thou stake? Tybalt? Oh, my cousin. Oh, my brother's child. Prince. Oh, cousin. Husband. Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt. You're slain. Romeo's hand is slain. An envious thrust.
Romeo stabbed Mercutio. Tybalt turned and fled. By and by comes back to Romeo. To it, they go like lightning. For ere I could draw to part them. Rich Romeo did turn and fly. That's the truth. I let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end. The life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
But he's
I will
punishable.
be death to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore, use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else, when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy with murderers, pardoning those that kill.
Come, gentle night. Come, loving, black-browed night. Give me my Romeo. And when I shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garnished sun. Now, nurse, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands? Oh, well a day. He's dead. He's dead. Alack the day. We are undone. Lady, we are undone. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead. Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Romeo. Romeo. Whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, if he be slain, say I, or if not, no.
I saw the wound. I saw it with my eyes. Oh. Tybalt. Tybalt, the best friend I had, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered? And is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord.
Tybalt is gone. And Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him. He is banished.
Oh God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas, the day it did.
Oh, serpent heart hid with a flowering face. Did ever a dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove feathered raven, wolfish ravening lamb.
These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old.
Shame come to Romeo.
Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit. What a beast I was to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord. What tongue shall soothe thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? My husband lives. Tybalt would have slain. And Tybalt's dead. That would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore I weep then. Here are my father and mother, nurse, weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them?
I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Death not Romeo take my maiden heart.
I'll find Romeo to comfort you then. I wot well where he is.
I'll find him. Give this ring to my true knight and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored in these parts, and thou art wedded to calamity. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom. A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not Buddy's death, but Buddy's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death.
No, hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself.
Oh,
and
dead.
Banished from the world. Banished.
Oh, deadly sin, oh, rude unthankfulness. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here in heaven and look upon her. But Romeo may not. Romeo is banished.
Oh, thou fond madman, hear me little speak.
I will talk of banishment.
Oh, I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity, sweet milk, philosophy to calm thee, though thou art banished.
Banished. Hang up philosophy.
Oh, then I see madmen have no ears.
How can they, when the wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of what thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as me, Juliet, thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like thee banished. Then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thou hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise! What knocks, good Romeo? Stay a while! Get up! Thou wilt be taken! By and by! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What is your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Friar, tell me, holy friar, where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground. With his own tears made him drunk.
He is even in my mistress's case. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up. Stand up. Stand and be a man. For Juliet's sake. For her sake, rise and stand.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Where is she, and how doth she? And what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir.
but weeps and weeps and falls down on her bed again. And Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and down falls again.
As if that name, drawn from the deadly level of a gun, murdered her. As if that name, cursed hand, murdered her kinsman.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out, thy art, thy tears are womanish, and the wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. What roused thee? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake was thou but lately dead? There art thou happy. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend to her chamber, hence, and comfort her. But stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 100,000 times more joy than thou went forth into lamentation.
Here, sir. A ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie you. Make haste, for it grows very late.
Oh, how well my comfort is revived by this.
Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. 'Tis late. Give me thy hand. Farewell. Good night.
Joy past joy calls out on me. 'Twas a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
Oh, this thing. I remember this thing.
Yeah.
You used
to make like bops on it or some shit.
Yeah, it still do that, but it's just doing show right now. So. This was the DJ scene, this whole thing.
I'm taking a Freshie Boys seat for a bit.
Are they still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is lovely. Thank you.
You started at the beginning of the show, or did you start with this cue?
I want to thank you again, Alex. No matter how much my ass hurts, it beats sitting with my dad.
What are you sitting on over there?
I wasn't sitting on anything.
No.
I was standing.
Oh my gosh, wait.
So go ahead and just hold on, or like park them, or not park them.
Setting.
Let's
Why
just check
does
a
my
couple other
Discord
cues to make
server
sure.
blow up when I can't be there?
Mine too. How many people are in your Discord?
200.
I'm
Let's go
sorry,
back up
that's
to
too small.
Huh?
So I'm sorry, that's too small. You have to be in the 10K plus range.
Get the. Sorry, I'm looking for a server with 10,000 people to moderate. I see ads like that all the time. I'm like, no wonder you don't get any DMs. No wonder I see
Edit
your
that
ad.
cue, take all those other things out of it, except for what you should have there.
Imagine paying people. I just get the bitches to do it for free.
I also pay them.
I don't know. I promised them like. I don't promise them anything. I'm just like, hey, I own an anime server. Please join. And they're like, okay, cool. And then they just do it for me. I remember when I first started it, my friends were like, dude, you're really such a weeb, you're starting a Discord server over it, and then it was like 200 members later.
It usually does that when I record.
And they're all joining.
Yeah, they're all joining. It's like,
who's talking now?
who's talking? Shut up, shut up.
Shut up.
Get out.
Okay. And when I did
You can't have the Levi pictures.
How many have left? Do you think we should have updated it to record?
15 minutes.
How many minutes do we have left? 3?
Let's go.
You're doing like 7.
Let's go like 6.
6.
Nice.
6.
Wade's really out here. My dad sent me a text.
Okay, now how? Let us do this. Is this ready?
I'll start at the beginning. Let's click through those. Okay, now we go prologue.
Okay, this thing's sending out apparently.
Okay, well, go ahead and rewrite the flag out now. Put it back in. Like what? Get that flag out. Why are they purple? Change your intensity over here, you'll be okay. Because the submaster, it also affects the like mix of color too. So that's why it's over.
Oh, is he the only one on lights this year?
So take him to that full. Select it.
It's pretty pub, homie. I stole the freshers. There's a bit of that. I don't know. I was telling Alex about my Discord server. This is why I don't talk to you. No one does. I'm thankful you do. Dude, I miss being up here so much. Remember when I spilled Coke Zero up here? That was funny. I remember like crying about it.
Seem like that would be normal? Yeah.
So
You actually have the white on the back wall, or the back wall's gonna look funny here because you got the box on.
not brother. Yeah.
That's it. Back like the wall.
I haven't decided, but if there's no part on my camera, like for a musical
You know what musical it is?
Yeah, it's Shrek.
I'm sorry.
What?
Shrek the musical is John.
It's gonna be a train wreck. Like, they think it's gonna be good, but it's not. We don't have any good male people either,
Yeah,
besides
it's like
Neil, and
90% of
Neil's
male
not
shows.
fat, so...
It's like 90% of male shows.
Exactly. Facts. I think Nathan and I should switch cameras.
He stands too.
She...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they want this. I mean, there must be written in that you. For some reason, whether that's.
I finally...
That you were on
Okay,
your
so
net.
this thing is what started me wanting to get, like, those e-girl lights in my room. I finally got them, so...
Huh?
I mean, the LED lights. Yeah, you know the ones that, like,
So I guess
light up
take it out of it.
rainbow whenever I send videos? Yes, Liv, I have some. I know.
I believe. I control my phone. Crazy.
Same. Yeah, the girl I'm talking to
back to you.
uses a lot.
Yep.
She's like, and I'm like, yes, we could. Here's the issue. There, for
There's an
every
issue.
for every LED light, there is 20 crosses in this house.
You are correct.
I counted how many are just in my living room alone. 8.
For every light in this room, there are 900 million reasons.
And my mother is my 13th reason why. Oh my god, she will not like this girl. This girl's like super 2000. Hang on, there's still blood on the footage? That was blood? Yeah, no, like he literally had blood all e-girl lights, but up here. I think there's still blood on them.
Was he supposed to be bleeding? I couldn't see.
I couldn't either. And I was closer. Oh, okay. 2 minutes.
What were you going to say? About your
My mom might cry. Hang on, let me look through my camera roll. I know I have a picture.
Okay, we are a minute 45.
We love that for you. Yeah, here. She's gonna hate her.
Yeah, your mom.
My mom's gonna hate her. My mom's gonna be like,
Okay.
you want to have children fast. And I'm gonna be sitting there like, no children. No children. Always. Alright, I should probably go back to look at my kids.
Alex,
You got any diet coke in there?
We have water and water. What do you like? Oh yeah, forgot about that.
No.
Wonder.
How are you acting? You're looking. Like your ass.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have no time to move our daughter. Look you, she did love her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late, she'll not come down tonight.
These times will afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commence me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow.
Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her with my son Paris's love, and bid her, mark me, that on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday let it be. Oh, Thursday next. Tell her that she shall be wed to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Is you gone? Oh, Thursday be it then. Wife, go prepare her against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord.
Wilt thou be gone? 'Tis not yet near day. 'Twas the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear.
'Twas the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Therefore I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight, I know it, it is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer and light thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet. Thou needest not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark, whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. Hie hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say she makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. I would have thee gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be weary. Look about.
Then window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low, as one buried in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love, my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Farewell. Adieu. Adieu.
Be fickle, fortune, for I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who's it that calls?
Juliet!
Is my lady mother.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done.
Let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, weepest not so much for his death, girl, as that the villain who murdered him lives.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart. And yet, no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none, but I could venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. If, madam, if thou couldst find a man that could bear poison, I would temper it, that Romeo, upon receipt thereof, would soon sleep in quiet.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But I do tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Oh, tell me, I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, had sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectest not, nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is this?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the valiant young and noble gentleman the county Paris at St. Peter's Church will happily make thee there a joyful bride.
No, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he will not make me there a joyful bride. Go and tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and I swear that when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
I'm a conduit girl. What? Still in tears. Evermore showering. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft. Take me with you, wife. Take me with you. How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she art, that we've wrought so worthy a bridegroom to be her bridegroom?
Not proud that you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Oh, chopper logic, what is this? Proud. And I thank you. And I thank you not. And yet not proud. Mistress Miriam, you. Thank me no thanks, and proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, and go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I'll drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrions! Out, you baggage, you hollow face!
Fie! What are you, mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Tell thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what. Get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face.
But, father,
speak not!
I don't want...
Reply not!
I don't
want... Do not answer me! My fingers itch. Out on her, Hilding.
You are to blame, my lord, to rate her
Peace,
so.
you mumbling fool!
You are too hot!
God's friend! It makes me mad! Day, night, hour, tide, time, play, in work, in loan, in company, still! My care has been to have her matched. And having now presented a gentleman of noble parentage, to have a wretched, puling fool to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. Pray thee, pardon me. But if you'll not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze without wilt, you will not house with me. If you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. If you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. Trust to it, bethink you. I will not be forsworn.
Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse, joy, some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished. Then, since the case so stands as it now doth, I think it best that he married with the county. He's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. Beshrew my heart, I think you happy in this second match, for it excels your first. And if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from the heart?
And from the soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my mother that I am gone, having displeased my father to Friar Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I'll go. This is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend! Go, counselor! Thou and my bosom henceforth are twain. All to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have the power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in the house of tears.
Look, sir, here she comes towards my cell.
And happily met my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make a confession to this father?
Are you at leisure, holy friar, now? Or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me now, pensive daughter. My good lord, we must entreat this time alone.
God shield that I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse ye. Until then, adieu, and keep with you this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come and weep with me, past care, past hope, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear that thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to the county.
Tell me not that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. Give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremes and me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire. I long to die if what thou speakest speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope. If, rather than to marry the County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, and then dost thou have the strength of will, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris up the battlements of any tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and I will do so without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my dear lord.
Hold then, go home, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Look that thou lie alone. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, while presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify that thou livest. Each part deprived of each supple government shall stiff, stark, and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And as our country is, in thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to the same ancient vault where all the Capulet lie. And in the meantime, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hence shall he come from Mantua. He and I will watch thy waking, and hither shall he take thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, tell me not of fear.
Oh, then, daughter, go, be strong and prosperous. I'll send a friar with speed with my letters towards Mantua.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear friar.
So may guests invite us here or writ. How now, Erse? Is my daughter gone to fire, Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, she might do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is. How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gaddling?
Where I have learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition, and beg your pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Tell him this. How this knot did up tomorrow morning.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me pick such needful ornaments as you see fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow. All things will be well, I warn thee, wife. Go thou to Juliet and help the deck up of her. I'm not to bed tonight. Let me alone. My heart is a wondrous light.
Those attires are best, but I pray thee, nurse, leave me to myself tonight.
Need you my help?
So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, as I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Come, bile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow evening? No. No. This shall prevent it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison? The friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this love she should be dishonored because she married me before to Romeo. How, if when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I wake, it is not very like so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that human mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, if I wake, will I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and with some kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo who did split his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt! Stay! Romeo, here's drink. I drink to thee.
Stir! 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 The second cock hath crowed. The morning bell hath rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Nurse! Wife! But how what nurse, I say? Go thou to Juliet and wake her up. I'll go and chat with Paris. Aye, make haste. Make haste, the bridegroom. He has come already. Make haste, I say.
Mistress? What mistress? Why, lamb. Why, lady. Juliet. Fie, you slugga bed. Why, love, I say. Madam. Sweetheart. Why, bride.
Mary and amen, how sound is she asleep? I needs must wake you. What? Dressed in your clothes and down again. I needs must wake her. Lady. Lady? Lady. Alas. Alas. Help! Help! My lady is dead. Were a day that ever I was born. My lord! My lady!
Oh, what noise is here?
Lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look, oh, happy day. Oh, me. Oh, me, my child. Oh, my only life. Revive, look up, or I will die with thee. Help! Help! Go help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord has come.
She's dead. Deceased. She's dead. Oh, lack the day. Lack the day. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
Alas, she's cold. Her joints are settled and her blood is stiff.
Oh, lamentable day. Oh, woeful time.
Death has taken her hence to make me wail. Ties up my tongue and does not let me speak.
Come, come. Is the bride ready for church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, death hath lain with thy wife. There she lies. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. Hateful day. Oh, but one. Poor one. Oh, one poor and loving child. Oh, but one thing to rejoice and solace in. And death hath catched it from my sight.
cursed, beguiled, wronged, spited, slain. Most detestable death, by thee beguiled. By cruel, wipe thee overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love and death. Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time, why camest thou now? To murder. Murder our solemnity. Oh, child. Oh, child. My soul and not my child. Dead art thou. Alack. My child is dead. And with my child, all my joys are buried.
Peace. Oh, for shame. Confusion's curse lives not in these confusions. Heaven and you had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. Sir, go you in. Madam. Madam, you must go with him.
Oh, my Juliet. My sweet Juliet.
Sir Paris, go you too. We must prepare to lay this fair maid unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon your ill. Young son, move them no more by crossing your high will.
I may trust the flattering truth of sleep. My dreams presaged some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou any letters to me from the friar? How is my lady?
Romeo.
Is my father well? How is my lady Juliet? For that I ask again, for none can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument. Her immortal part with angels lives. Oh, pardon me for bringing such ill news.
Even so? Then I deny you stars! Get me ink and paper. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and doomed for some misadventure.
Thou art deceived. Go! Do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, I'll be with thee straight. Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Mischief, thou art swift to enter into the minds of men. I remember an apothecary hereabouts who dwells, which late I noted lay among tattered weeds and overwhelming browse, and sharp misery had worn him to the bone. Noting this penury, to myself I said, if a man did need a poison, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. What ho! Apothecary! Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. Here's 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such swift and soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters it.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fierce to die? The world is not thy friend. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consent.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in a liquid thing you will, and drink it all. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you free.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls and doing more damage in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayest not sell. Come, cordial, not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar, Sister Ho! That same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What's this Romeo? Or, if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to hear a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me, here in the city visiting the sick. And finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting we were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bears my letter then to Romeo?
Oh, I could not send it. Here it is again.
Oh, unhappy fortune! By my sisterhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import. Oh, and the neglecting it may do much damage. Oh, Friar John, go hence. Bring me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Sister, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monuments alone. Within these 3 hours will the fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and I will bring Juliet unto my cell until Romeo come. Poor living corpse, trapped in a dead man's tomb.
Give me the torch, boy. Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Under yond yew trees, all along the allée, holding that you're close to the hallowed ground. So shall no foot upon churchyard tread, being loose and unfirm with digging up of graves. So shalt hear it. Whistle then to me, that thou hearest something approach. Give me the flowers. Do as I bid thee go.
I'm almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Sweet flowers, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, with which sweet water nightly I will do. The boy gives warning that something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What? And with a torch? Muffle me night awhile.
Give me that wrenching iron. Hold. Take this letter, and early in the morning, see that thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee, whatever thou hearest or seest, stand but aloof, and interrupt me not in my course. For the time and my intents are savage wild,
Romeo.
more fierce and inexorable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live, be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide my hereabouts. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Detestable maw, a womb of death, gorged on the dearest morsel of the earth, I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and come here to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must, and therefore I came hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence, leave me. I beseech thee, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Indeed, I love thee better than myself. I came hither tonight armed against myself. Stay not. Live, be gone, and hereafter say a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy conjuration. I do apprehend thee. Come with me, for thou a felon here.
Oh, wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee.
Oh, Lord, they bite. I'll go call the watch. I'm slain. I'll be merciful. Lay me with my Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me look upon thy face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris. Give me thy hand. One writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. Grave. Oh no, a lantern. Slaughtered youth. Here lies Juliet. And her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence, full of light. My love, wife. Death that hath sucked the honey of thy lips hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Should I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? That the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee in dark to be his paramour? For fear of this, I shall stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, use the doors of breath. Seal with a righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, and at once run upon thy seasick, weary bark the dashing rocks. Here's to my love. True apothecary, the drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Romeo? Romeo! Romeo? Romeo? What unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs. Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I remember well where I should be, and there I am. But where is Romeo? I hear some noise, lady. Come from the nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. My husband in my bosom there lies dead. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, fair Juliet, come with me. Go. Get hence, for I will not away. What's this? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all, and left none for me thereafter. I will kiss thy lips. Happily some poison yet doth hang on them to let me die with a restorative. Thy lips are warm. Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.
What calls our person from our morning's rest?
Sovereign, here lies Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, still warm and newly killed. Here is a friar.
Oh, heavens. Oh, wife. Look how our daughter bleeds.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look and thou shalt see. Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while.
Romeo, They're dead. Was husband to thy Juliet. Juliet, they're dead. That was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day, well, that was Tybalt's doomsday. Whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city.
Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death. This letter he early bid me give his father.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. This letter doth make good the friar's words, the course of their love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love.
Good brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's wise ladies lie. Poor sacrifices to our enmity.
A gloomy peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence and have more talk of these sad things. Some will be pardoned, others punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on the balcony in some air.
Thank you for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. The cast will not be in the lobby for a meet and greet. We ask everyone to please exit outdoors, and the cast will join family outside.